Hi everybody. How's everybody doing? Once again, I messed with a bunch of settings on OBS, so let me know if I sound okay, if everything looks okay. We're going to be playing some Dynasty Warriors 9. A game that there are a lot of things in here, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool, or could be cool. But the execution does not do a great job of. I'm still having like a somewhat decent time, but it's a pretty rough game. We can get into it. We'll load the data. I've only played Zhao Zhao. I believe that is how you say it. I've only played Zhao Zhao so far. Messed around with him. Made some progress in the story. Messed around in the open world. This game is open world. Which is weird. Again, you kind of see what they're going for, but it doesn't work out the best. Alarming frame rate. Yeah, I think you're talking about the frame rate in this game. The frame rate is very alarming in this game. There are like two options that you can do. One's like a stable frame rate, and the other, we're gonna skip this. It's like in the middle of the story anyway. The VO in this game is atrociously bad. Like, put it on the worst VO video, make a new one, 2018. It's bad. We're gonna get into it. We'll pick a different character. I've unlocked some characters that we can take a look at. Yeah, so this is Dynasty Warriors 9. We're playing Zhao Zhao right now. Again, sorry if I keep butchering that name. What's especially confusing is, like, the game isn't consistent with its pronunciation. Like, you'll have one character say Zhao Zhao, and then you'll have another character say something completely different. The voice acting isn't even so bad it's hilarious. It's just bad. It's just not very good. So, let's take a look. There's a lot of things to go over here. You have story missions, and those are the orange scrolls. And underneath them, you have linked missions. You can see all the things here that are linked to this main story mission. As you complete linked missions, you can make the main story mission easier. You will lower its like level of difficulty. And so we can actually show that off. We can just... A lot of the skirmishes are really small so far. You don't get a lot of like the huge sense of scale that you might be hoping for, which is a little bit disappointing. Alright, so let's see what this is. Completing this mission will turn the side of war in your favor, defeat the remaining yellow turbans in the province, and make them your allies. Okay, so we can do that. So we set that as our mission, and we have a line going there. It's pretty generous about fast travel points. You will still be running around a lot, but you'll unlock a lot of fast travel points, which is nice. The other thing that you can do is you can hit square and just, like, if you've unlocked the fast travel point, you can just go right there, which is cool. Are my lips out of sync? Am I out of sync with the... We can try to fix that on the fly. Out of sync? Alright. Let me try to fix that for you guys. Sorry about that. It's weird because, like, I was trying to do some recording through OBS, and these were the right things for the stream. Alright. We've changed the delay there on the fly. Ben also has bad dubbing. That's pretty funny. Okay, let me know if that's any better. It'll take a few seconds to catch up. The VO for Ben character. Please insert some random VO into that. Okay, it's all better? Alright. It might... I'm trying to do like a checking it out for this. It might mess up in the local recording, but we'll see. Looks good? Okay, that's better. Alright, so that's the settings I was using before, but it was all messed up in the recording. Me and OBS were the best of friends. Alright. What? You're going to see a lot of jank in this game, by the way. I want you to be aware of that. Like this. This is a good example of jank. This guy is just running into his soldiers repeatedly. This kind of thing happens all the time in Dynasty Warriors 9. And I see chat commenting on Poppin'. There is also a lot of Poppin'. This game feels like it needed a lot more time in the oven. They did not let it cook. They did not let it cook. Now, what's weird is it's saying defeat the remaining yellow turbans, right? So you would assume a battle or somebody to interact with. There is nothing. There is nothing at all. Sometimes for these missions, you have to talk to somebody. And so maybe the person just didn't load in, which seems possible. But, we can't do this mission. This is the first time actually I've encountered this in this game where I can't even do the mission. We can try fast traveling again. What is flying there? I don't know. Is there something flying in the sky?
These yellow turban
okay, so this is the guy that was running into the crowd is the guy that we were supposed to talk to start the mission.
Although we don't have the time to do it properly, let's just try to recruit as many as we can.
What is that scroll? So that scroll is where you're supposed to start the mission. It's like a mission marker. And so it was pointing me here. Maybe this is where the guy was supposed to stand, but he was just too busy running into his troops. He really liked his troops. Okay, so the combat system is really not great. You have different trigger attacks. And so basically every character has access to a launcher, a stun, and knockdown. And those work as you would expect. The launcher is particularly good. The stun is also very good. And every character has a special attack that is unique to them, that is powerful. But that's on a cooldown. You can only use it like every 30 seconds or so. And then they have what the game calls a flow combat. So what that usually means is you just kind of mash away until a triangle appears above their head, and then you hit it. There's also reactive attacks, which is also just hitting triangle when it tells you to, for like counterattacks or if you sneak up on them or something like that. So you have reactive, which is just hitting triangle, flow, which is just putting them in different states and hitting triangle, and then you have access to your launcher, your stun, your knockdown, and your special. So, yeah, it all ends up feeling kind of underwhelming. Like every fight tends to go the same. A lot of times I just launch them, wait for triangle to appear, do a ton of damage, kill them. Now, to be fair, I'm much higher level than the dudes that I'm fighting right now. But so far, the battles have kind of been that way. I also have a bow, which is very useful for hunting. We're going to want to talk about hunting as well.
See, I'm going to follow you.
And so that's a thing.
Can stop me from fulfilling my ambition.
He says that a lot. He says you cannot stop me from fulfilling my ambition a lot. So that's kind of a basic overview of combat. I know that went pretty quick, but there's honestly not all that much to say, which is kind of disappointing. We're a higher level than this main mission, so we're just gonna do it, but rather than fast traveling there, I'm just gonna show you the open world along the way. And I want to see if there are some towers nearby. Yeah, so there's like there's a tower over here. Let's fast travel to this bonfire. There are a bunch of things scattered throughout the world, and they all do different stuff. This bonfire, we're missing like a little bit of health. You can go to the bonfire, you can rest, and you can cook, and you get this stuff out kind of in the open world. So like the wild vegetable you can find, the chicken meat you can find. You can also buy it, I believe, from a shopkeeper. But the tea you see right there, you see how it has that symbol with the two scales. You can buy that from a trader, and traders are in towns. And so you combine the raw materials and the stuff that you get from traders, and you get a benefit that lasts like a really long time. The one that I did lasted 30 minutes, and it raised my toughness. And so, like, if we were to do this meat broth, it would increase your attack for 30 minutes. So it's a buff you can apply before going into battle. You can also advance time, which heals you, which is nice. So we can put it the afternoon if we want. The game really touts, like, invading a base at a certain time of day. Going in the evening, for example. There'll be fewer guards. But I've never felt like I've needed to do that. It's been pretty easy to just go in whatever time of day it is and do it up. These fast animations are a little irritating in my eyes. Yeah, the animations are just rough all over the place. But take a look around at this world. Most of the game looks like this. Just really barren and kind of rough. It just doesn't look very good. The Cape Horseflap, yeah. One thing that you can do that is kind of nice, but also freaks out sometimes, is if you hit L2 on this PS4 controller, you'll auto-run, and so you don't have to push any buttons, and you can sprint, and he'll just... So we set the waypoint over here, and he's just following my waypoint. So that's nice. That's nice. The reason why I want to show you guys this watchtower is because it's kind of hilarious. I need to upgrade my horse, so maybe that's something we can do. And I do want to show you guys hideaways. There are a bunch of buildings that you can buy, and you can make them... It's essentially player housing, and you can buy them, and they're called hideaways. And there's different things you can do in them, and you can customize them. So, you know, Huber's excited. Yeah, I definitely need to upgrade my horse. My horse is... This is like the horse they gave me. And its stamina is terrible. Alright, so I want to show you guys this. Like you would expect in other open world games that you've probably played before, there are towers that you can climb and it will reveal information about the map, which is all well and good. What's kind of hilarious is you don't... You can climb the ladder, just like that, but you can also... You have a grappling hook, which can get you all over the place. You can find treasure, you can climb up this tower, and have a good time. We're out of sync again. Oh no! And it does this Assassin's Creed style pan that just kind of reminds you how bad the game looks. Like, it just doesn't look very good. It was in sync, but it slid. Okay. Let's try to fix it. You're all good now? Yeah, this setting has been the most consistent. Oh my god. Here, let's... This might help. There. OBS hates me. I consistently have problems with OBS. I'm sad that you guys didn't really get to see that watchtower pan because of the audio issues that were distracting, but it's kind of hilarious. Alright. These swords along the map are battles that you can do. They usually unlock waypoints where you can fast travel. They're all pretty much the same. I want to show you guys the hunting. The hunting is a cool idea that just feels awful. Like, it's not fun fighting the tigers and wolves and stuff. Which is pretty rough. Let's go to town, though. There's a bunch of things to show you in town. And the place that we want to go. Yeah, we want to go here. There's just a lot of stuff in this game that doesn't seem worth doing unless you need a specific material. Like, I guess this isn't the best place to show. Oh, yeah, here it is. So you can do these requests for people, and they're smaller scale than your full-on optional quests that appear here. Like, the things with the scrolls are a little bit more substantial, and you'll get more experience for doing them. But then you have these requests, and unless you need the specific material, they hardly give you any experience at all, which is kind of frustrating. So the hunting. As you hunt, you'll earn hunting points. And if you go and you talk to this dude with this icon in any of the settlements, you'll get hunting points. And as you kind of rise up in the ranks, you'll get materials for hunting. So it's incentivizing you to go out in the world and to hunt. And they're trying to tie everything together in a way that makes sense, but none of it is just very fun to do, and that's the ultimate problem, is you kind of see where they're going, where they want you to explore, they want you to engage all of these systems. It's just none of them are executed well enough to make that worth doing, which is kind of frustrating. But we've acquired some more hunting points, so we can cash in, and we can get this currency. And then we can use this currency to go over to the coin collector.
I've got some great stuff here.
And we can get scrolls, and scrolls allow you to craft different things, weapons, items, accessories, that sort of stuff. And because we have 19 of this currency, we can make any of these weapons that we want. And I've been using this Cutlass EX. Let's try something different. Let's try... I don't know, it doesn't really matter. It really doesn't matter all that much. The scrolls are also done by rarity, so white is common and the green is uncommon. What do you guys want to see? Chaos rods sound kind of interesting. Halberd? Okay, that was the first thing that I saw, so we'll try the halberd. Alright, we'll try the light halberd EX. What's kind of frustrating is you don't know what you need to craft it when you're buying the scroll. And so you're kind of just buying it without really making sure what you need. And then you go over to the blacksmith, and he's like, hey man, what's up?
Hey,
You go to craft, you go to weapons. Yeah, so light halberd EX, which is 120, we don't have the thing that we need to actually craft it, which is upsetting. We need, I don't even know where you get that. I don't know where you get that resource. So we spent money on a thing that we can't use. Let's see if there's another halberd we can make, though, because we can make all this stuff. Yeah, so a light halberd. We can't make the EX version, which has 20 more attack, but it's fine. I'm so sorry, Ben. Don't be sorry. It just seems badly designed. Alright, so we made the halberd. And you can also put gems on it, which does different things. So you get 1% fire elemental damage with the spark gem, but your counter damage goes up almost 20%, which is pretty good. Counter damage is when they're like about to do a big attack, you'll get a chance to press triangle and interrupt it. And so that's what you can do there. And that increases our flow attack, which is like our basic combos and stuff. Which is fine. How many DLC packs are there on PSN for this game? I don't know. I actually haven't looked.
Lord UN Shao.
The Tea Master is just very similar to the cooking.
can I get
It is the
for
cooking,
you?
rather. Let's see if we can buy some tea from the trader.
Please come again.
I've got some great
So we need a
stuff
buff
here.
before we go do this story mission. No, he doesn't have tea. He's got wine and fermented milk.
I appreciate your
Maybe another
business.
trader would have it, but we'd have to hunt around for it. DLC packs on PSN for this are part of the bets for the podcast. We should look at the end of this. I think I'd rather play Dynasty Warriors 3. Yeah, how... To the people who played Dynasty Warriors Extreme Legends
What can I
Complete,
get for
how was
you?
that? Because I want to play a good Dynasty Warriors game, and I feel like this is not fitting that bill. It's really just kind of frustrating how
Please
rough it
come
is.
again.
I've got some great stuff here.
Alright, so
I
we bought some
appreciate your
wine. We can
business.
increase our toughness. Yay. This happens a lot too, where you just want to talk to the lady. Look at this. This kid is just in the way. He's terrified for no reason. He's just getting in my way. Now he's on top of the place. I just want to talk to the lady, but it's giving me the thing for the grappling hook. And the kid's in the way. And it's just a mess. It's just a mess.
What can I get for you?
Dynasty Warriors 8 Extreme Legends might be the best game in the mainland. Okay. It's Dynasty Warriors 8 Extreme Legends is $60 on PSN. I looked last night. How insane is that? Extreme Legends Complete is a lot better, has better graphics too, but I recommend Samurai Warriors 4 the most. I actually played I definitely played some Samurai Warriors 4 too, and had a really good time. I didn't play a lot of it, but what I did play, I had a good time.
Please come again.
And I was looking forward to this. All of the things that they were talking about that you could do sounded so exciting. And they do sound exciting. They just feel like they're 15% of the way there, which sucks. Alright. Alright, so we're going to fast travel here, and then we can show you guys the open world. Have you seen the Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer? I have multiple times, in fact. That game looks great. Is this being reviewed? Undecided at the moment. There's some other reviews that I'm trying to get through, that I'm trying to finish, that are long overdue, such as Divinity Original Sin 2. But I would like to review this just because it makes me angry, and I haven't had an angry review in a while. Like I said at the top of the stream, though, in spite of all of it, it is kind of a game where you can mindlessly have some fun and put on some videos or listen to some podcasts. Like, there's enough of a flow to it that you can just kind of get on the treadmill. But I don't think that necessarily speaks to this game specifically. Like, there are a bunch of games that you can do this with. It doesn't make this one especially special. Are you going to look at Pillars of Eternity 2? Very likely. We don't have access to it at the moment, but very likely, yeah. You know what? Before we go any farther, because we still have a long ways until we get there, let's look at the horses. Do skip, yeah. Yeah, this would probably... If we had a show called Do Skip, this would be on there.
You need a horse?
Alright. A swift horse. A brown-colored horse with a coat like that of a deer. A normal horse. A swift horse. Chestnut. I'm gonna have to go with that chestnut. We're gonna spend a lot of money on this.
I'll be here if you need me.
You can develop horses in several ways, such as by riding long distances using horses that have been placed in the stables at various horse shops, sprinting, and defeating enemies while mounted. Horses have tendencies to develop different abilities and at different rates, and sometimes even horses of the same type will develop differently. Alright, let's call our horse. Hey, new horse. We are going to buy a Hideaway. I actually bought one and then reloaded a save earlier, but we'll buy one on stream for you guys. Alright, so at Traders you can also buy furniture, which you can place in your Hideaway, which we'll buy eventually. And some of them offer different effects. Like there's one where you can change the music in your Hideaway. But what I want is the ability to send letters so I can invite people over to my Hideaway, which it doesn't look like I have right now. That's upsetting.
I appreciate your business.
This is your first Dynasty Warriors game? No. I've dabbled with Dynasty Warriors in the past. I've never played through a full Dynasty Warriors game, but I've reviewed Dynasty Warriors-like games in the past. Like Dragon Quest Heroes and Fire Emblem Warriors, and I played a fair bit of Hyrule Warriors as well. And like what I played of Samurai Warriors 4-2, I really enjoyed. And I feel like I'm kind of very interested in this style, despite still being a relative neophyte at it. And I was looking forward to this game, and it's just really let me down. It's just really let me down. Buy a firecracker, because yeah. Okay, we'll go and we'll buy a firecracker when we're ready to buy a Hideaway. Taffy9K just subscribed 12 months in a row. Thank you for the continued support. I'm sorry, Ben, you deserve better. No, it's alright. It's alright. I've been playing a lot of excellent games recently, so it's kind of nice having something that's rough like this. I've missed a lot of subs and resubs today. Let's see if I can catch any of them here. If I did miss you, let me know. Nice to play a crappy game. I'm hoping we'll run into some packs of beasts to hunt. Oh, we leveled up Chestnut. Great. The game tries to include some stuff to make the world a little bit more interesting. There are even scenic locations that you can go to. And there are animals spread around. Some of them are powerful animals. There are little skirmishes, little bases that you can take over for fast travel points. But a lot of it is just kind of like this, where it feels like nothing. It just feels like nothing most of the time. Quite a bit of what you need to craft, though, comes from animals and materials like the licorice root we just picked up. And so, I guess you're kind of strongly incentivized to go and pick up as much as possible. Breath of the Mild. Yeah. I don't know. I was hoping this was a big, bold new direction for Dynasty Warriors, but it just doesn't seem like it. Alright.
Yeah.
We'll get to this story mission and you guys can see some of the voice acting. And then after we do the story mission, we'll buy the Hideaway, and then we'll switch characters if you guys want. These, I believe, are rare materials. You can see what all of the markers on the map do. You can also get rid of all of them and just focus on specific things. So if you just want to see where missions are, you can do that. The pan is so sad. The pan is very, very sad. Very sad. These are boxes. And you can get some useful materials from going and hunting those out. So if you don't want to do a mission, you just want to mess around in the world, you can do that. Again, it's not especially exciting. Yeah, the pan is so sad. It's telling me about clusters. That was a funny thing to say. It's telling me about clusters, guys. And clusters, it's just a bunch of one material. Or at least what I've encountered, it's just a bunch of one material that you can go find. Like I found a cluster of gold ore. So that happens sometimes. Here, let's go and get one of these boxes. Oh, okay, this is good. Here's some animals that we can hunt. And just the way some of them attack, you really want to hunt them with the bow. Because either they'll run away or they'll, like, lock you. They'll basically catch you and stun lock you. Like, tigers have been the most dangerous thing that I've fought in this game. These are just deer, so they're not especially threatening, but they will run away. We want their pelts. Their pelts are useful. Oops, no. Come on now. There are times where it would be red for you to, signifying that you can hit it, and then your arrow will just completely miss. Which is weird. Alright. Like... See, that wasn't red, but it still hit his head. The targeting is just all sorts of weird. But yeah, you'll get hunting points for going and killing these beasts, like deer and wolves and tigers, which you can then cash in. We got some traps that you can lay traps. Wait, why isn't the trap working? There we go. Okay. So you can also lay traps, and then after a period of time, you can come and check on the trap, and you can see what you caught, and there's a mark on the map for that as well. One thing I would recommend, I mean, it's kind of hard to miss, but one thing I would recommend if you play this game is to get this, the gold crown, attracts nearby items, so when you're hunting or when you kill an enemy, the things that they drop will just come to you, and it's really useful. Get that gold crown. It looks like a PlayStation 5 game. Yeah. It looks rough. Just look at these trees. Look at the grass. Look at the ground. And what kills me is the frame rate is also not good in a lot of instances, regardless of this. I mean, I haven't tried both settings, to be fair. I think I picked the stable one, but it's been rough. Alright. We can hunt this powerful bear. See how this goes. Pretty threatening. Pretty threatening beast. Very scary. So it doesn't seem to mind taking arrows to the face at all. Regardless of where I hit him, he's just gonna scoot up a little bit. In the butt, he's just gonna scoot up. Very threatening fight. Alright, the bear's dead. We got a bear claw. Some red meat, quality red meat. Good fight. We could hunt more bears, but I don't want to give you guys too much excitement. I don't want to give you guys too much excitement. I know you're losing it already with that bear hunt that we did. And I don't want to spoil you guys too much. Better hunts than Monster Hunter. Yes. The best hunting you can find in the month of February. 5 stars. The fire effect, I believe, is because of the gem that we have, and so depending on like the type of gem you have equipped, you'll get different effects. So there you go. The more you know, chat. We leveled up. Because we leveled up. So yeah, if they don't see you, sometimes you can get a nice sneak attack in. And you can sneak by sheathing your weapon, pressing triangle. It's weird though, because like when you're sneaking around, it will show like vision cones on the minimap, but there have been times where I've been outside of that vision cone and they're like, no, we completely see you, despite having not encountered them before. So this still seems really temperamental. Maybe there's just something I haven't figured out yet, but it doesn't seem great. Yeah, so you can see their vision cones right there. They're all alerted to me. Yeah. Alright, so I think if we defeat this assault captain, we should have this base. Anybody see the new gameplay for Ni no Kuni 2? Actually, speaking of Ni no Kuni 2, we'll have a preview of that hopefully going up sometime soon. Hopefully sometime soon. I don't know when exactly. Dawn is working on that. I went up to San Francisco to play some Ni no Kuni 2, and I am very excited about that game. I am very excited about that game. I think a lot of people are going to enjoy Ni no Kuni 2. I spent about 4 hours with it. And was very impressed.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird in a lot of ways. There are some strange ideas in Ni no Kuni 2 that I really took to. I'm not watching any Ni no Kuni 2 because I don't want to spoil it. That's totally fair. They let us capture a lot, and I really had to dance around spoilers in the footage because there are moments very early on that you totally don't want spoiled. And I'm not saying like big dramatic story moments, just really funny, like, oh, this is super cute and clever, you don't want this ruined for you, kind of moments. Like in the city of Goldpaw, there's a lot of stuff that happens in there that I thought was really cute. You're probably not going to want it spoiled. Hope the combat is nice. The combat is interesting.
Yeah.
It's pretty simple, but fun. Anyway, I don't want to get too into it because I'll just be repeating the preview that'll be going up. But we kind of detail a lot of the stuff that I encounter with my time. Resub, thank you. Stumble Trip, 17 months. Much appreciated. I'm really curious about Kingdom Come Deliverance. Huber's working on a review for that. That'll be a Huber joint. But I kind of want to play it. I don't know if I want to pay full price for it, because I'm not sure about it, but if anybody has checked it out, let me know. Is it available to buy now? It's out today, isn't it? Are you more hyped for Dragon Quest XI or Ni no Kuni 2? I'm more hyped for Dragon Quest XI. But that's not a knock against Ni no Kuni 2. Ben, your little Pikmin dudes are amazing in Ni no Kuni 2. Yeah, Hideaways. We were talking during weekly hunts about having a bunch of fun categories for the next game of the year. Cutest creature has to be in there. Palicos would be on the list. Hideaways would definitely be on the list. Wait for more patches or a price drop. It has a lot of jank and issues that are not for everybody. Okay. I'm just worried it's going to get sucked into this void where I don't play it for... I just am like, okay, I'll wait on that. I'll wait until it goes on sale, or I'll wait until I get more time. Like, the Surge fell into that category. And, like, I'm kind of bummed. I wanted to play the Surge. What else fell into that category? Alex, I believe is the name of the game. Yeah, I wanted to play Alex. What are my overall thoughts on Dynasty Warriors 9? Well, there are a lot of words that have been said, but I think disappointing is probably the biggest one. You guys want to see an exciting cluster? I believe we have a cluster over here. Look at that. Look at this cluster, everybody. This cluster of materials. This RP walk through the cluster of materials. Evil Monkey just subscribed, brand new sub. Thank you to the resub and the brand new sub, Evil Monkey. Much appreciated. Here's Sophie's for you. All the licorice fruit you can shake a stick at. Woo! Yeah. Alright, we're almost there. We're almost at our location. Should we get another exciting pan? Wanna watch chat? Are you able to change characters on the fly? I have not been able to change characters on the fly, no. You go back out to the main menu and you select story. You unlock characters as you go through somebody's story. So like playing as Zhao Zhao, I've unlocked a bunch of characters who I have not played yet, but I've unlocked a bunch. Woo! But no, not on the fly. Can you fly? Can you fly in general? I've not been able to fly, no. Why is the pan so fast? I don't know. I don't know. We got a cluster festival happening all around us. There's like 20 clusters going on. I'm gonna make my regular streams just cluster watches.
Our target has been determined. Capturing that area will deflate their morale.
Okay, so
I wanted to avoid conflict if
in
possible.
some of the main story missions so far,
Seems
there
I'll
are
have to
keeps
be
like
prepared
this
to
that
go
you
to
can go
battle
into.
after all.
And you can
This
just
man
grapple
is driven
hook
by hatred.
up
It
everything.
wages war to satisfy
Side of
his
this
desire for
building,
vengeance.
no big deal.
I cannot let
Just
him
whoop.
take control of Shu province.
And you don't even really have to work your way to the guy that you need to fight. You can just kind of go there. We set up some siege towers. That's exciting. So we're just gonna beat this guy up. We haven't done our Muso attack yet. So I'll show you guys that.
You've brought ruin
Okay,
to
we
Shu
killed him before we did the Muso.
simply for the sake of your own personal vendetta.
Let's do it now.
How could I lose to such a man?
I am willing to be reviled. Yeah. If that is the price,
They should
I
just
must
remaster
pay
Dynasty Warriors
to
4.
continue
Chat.
my path.
Impressive, cousin. You truly are the
I've
one
seen a
who
lot of love
conquered
for
this
4.
land.
I don't believe I've played 4 myself.
The Obey gave us a bit of trouble, but we've managed to mostly pare down Tao Qian's forces.
The enemy moved just
I'm
as
using a
Master
monitor.
Man Chong and Master Shunyo anticipated. It sure helps to have quality strategists on your side.
Yes. Our forces have become more powerful than I imagined possible. It is only a matter of time before Shu province falls to our onslaught.
My lord!
My lord!
Yan province is under attack by Lu Bu's forces.
Curse that Lu Bu. He could not have picked a worse time to invade.
In response to Lu Bu's attack, castles throughout Yan province are defecting to his side. Upon hearing the news, Lord Shahu Dun and Lord Shun Wu have already set out for Yan province.
The music in the background makes it even better.
Defecting? You mean the castle lords have turned their back on Master Cao Cao?
So, Lu Bu was the source of my premonition. I wonder if my uncle was okay.
That was terrible!
I never expected Lu Bu to invade Yan province at a time like this. Although, he is usually one to rely on brute force, not such refined strategy.
They defected due to Lu Bu's presence? I could understand them surrendering, but to immediately switch sides like that, there's something strange going on here.
It appears somebody has moved against us. Shu province was just within our grasp. Now we have no choice but to deal with this situation first. Everybody, we must quickly return to Xuchang. I want Lu Bu driven from Yan province immediately.
I really don't think the quality of it is on purpose. They just don't play it like that. I wish they did.
My lord. If I am to realize a new ideal for the land, this type of thing can't be avoided. In fact, things are only likely to get more difficult from here on out. Although, I am quite impressed with your strength, Dian Wei. In fact, you remind me of Eli, the fabled hero of old.
There's no need for such praise. I simply do what I can to protect you from harm.
Why?
You're an important person in this world, so I've got to give my best to help support your rise.
You don't sound like a human
I
being!
appreciate your service, Having you at my side enables me to traverse the path I have set for myself, free from fear.
Like, Zhao Zhao is just boring, but he's just...
Your side. You're embarrassing me.
He has to be trying!
I'd feel better if you stayed behind me where it's safe.
That is atrocious!
War is one to bring an end to the chaos that plagues this world. As such, I cannot simply cower behind my men. I must take the lead and set an example for all. Together, we'll create a new world where all may prosper. I'm depending on you, my very own Eli, to help me make it happen.
When you put it like that, I guess I've got no choice but to agree.
My lord! You're gonna sync again? Okay, we'll give it a couple of minutes. It seems to want to go in sync and then out of sync on its own for reasons that make no sense to me.
Well done, my lord.
Yeah.
Well done, my lord! Hey, we got some new characters we can play as. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what? Let's buy a Hideaway. Let's play as another character, and then we'll move on. Guys, I don't know what else there is to say about Dynasty Warriors 9. I think at this point, we've got some more bad VO in us, and that's about it. Kurt Cat, 23 months in a row, thank you so much. Just, not only does he appear in way late, just pops right in out of nothing. He comes in clapping. He comes in clapping. Ron's Pie is currently playing Kingdom Come Deliverance, but just wanted to stop by and say hi. Well, hello. Thank you for stopping in. And thank you for the resub. Alright, I don't actually want to spend the 30,000 on this, so we're gonna save scum it. Chat.
Actually,
I wasn't even aware that that's what he said. Actually,
I'm grateful to you.
Yeah, you can place furniture. And he's gone. He's just gone. Alright, we open the gates to our home. We don't really have a lot of cool furniture that we can place around, unfortunately. I just don't have a lot of furniture. Like we have this desk. It's good where it is. We have a wardrobe. But yeah, there are a bunch of places where you can do similar things. There are letters that you can send, and you can invite other officers over to your hideaway, and you can build up their relationship. And by building up their relationship, they'll give you gifts. But I believe that you need a place to store the gifts, which I don't have. I'm not sure. Unclear at this time. But that is a mechanic that the game has talked about, where you can invite officers over and build up that relationship. We can change into our informal clothes. Hypersexual Warriors 9. You know, get cozy in our hideaway. Hogue Law! Oh, Hogue. Always good having you around. Thank you for the 10 months, man. Let's get some more Sophies in there. Alright, so that's Hideaways. Not too exciting. We'll play a little bit as a new character. Different characters come into different chapters as well. So we have people from Wei, Wu, Shu, and then we have other. We can play as some Lu Bu if we want. We can also do like Liu Bei if you guys want. Doesn't really matter too much. Have you seen Blanca's Gumby costume? I have. It is great. Yes. I don't really like playing as Blanca or fighting against Blanca all that much. I don't know. I'm not that opposed to it. But I've never been a Blanca player, but that costume is great for sure. Have at you, Snake. That's a great name. 8 months in a row. Big bearded dude? There are several big bearded dudes. He is new to this game, I believe. Chang Pu. Dong Zhuo is very funny to me. You want Chang Pu? Alright, we can do Chang Pu.
Glory to Wu.
Get some more sweet voice acting in. If you want to try out a proper Dynasty Warriors, try Dynasty Warriors 8 Extreme Legends Complete. It's a lot better, like a lot. Everyone has varied weapons, there's a lot of content. There's a guy whose weapon is a ship he surfs on. That sounds great. If that doesn't sell you, it has different voice actors too. You find it a lot cheaper to use the GameStop. Okay, I might do that. Thank you.
The land was in chaos due to the power struggles that had erupted within the Imperial Court. In addition,
guys, that audio just cut out completely.
In this period of turmoil, a man by the name of Zhang Jiao appeared.
The narrator just didn't read that line.
To teach the way of peace in Ji province, and brought help to the common people, winning their hearts almost immediately. Then, in the year 184, he rises up in revolt against the Imperial Court. His yellow turbans rose up in every district across the land. History would later refer to this as the Yellow Turban Rebellion. The Imperial Court unsuccessfully tries to suppress them, but is defeated. The fate of the 400-year-old Han Dynasty is about to be decided.
We are up against 300,000 Yellow Turban rebels. Many of them are mere peasants, but that doesn't change the fact that we are greatly outnumbered.
Cheng Pu. He was formerly a provincial official. His talent was discovered by the Sun family patriarch, Sun Jian, and he was made an officer. He fought alongside Sun Jian during the Yellow Turban Rebellion. He was determined to use his brilliance to help support his lord's work to suppress the uprising.
Ha ha! It sounds like an impossible task when you say it out loud like that. It seems the built-up rage and frustration of the people have finally boiled over.
Okay.
My lord.
All right, we'll get into it in a
This is
second.
not a situation to make light of.
Come on, guys. Battles are not fought on numbers alone. These rebels don't stand a chance against us.
Okay. If you can take on about a third of them by yourself, we should be set. Unless you're out there, it's easier said than done.
Cheng Pu, there's no need to be so glum. We accepted this challenge because of the odds, not in spite of them. It is our goal to help the Imperial Army and protect the Han Imperial Court. The Sun family is the spear of the Han. It is times like these when we are needed the most. Besides, I have a strong feeling that we cannot lose this battle.
How can you be so certain?
The Sun family has many brave and powerful warriors in its service. Cheng Pu, Huang Gai, Hang Dong. I am counting on all of you in this battle.
You really know how to make us feel wanted, my lord.
I'll say, when he puts it like that, you can't help but get fired up for the battle ahead.
There you two go again. Looks like I'm going to have to be the one to keep you both in line.
We'll be fine, Master Cheng Pu.
Cheng
Huang Gai and
Pu.
I can take care of ourselves. Anyways, I hear that Dong Zhuo has set up camp at Guanzhong with approximately 50,000 Imperial troops.
Dong Zhuo. He has made quite the name for himself in Liang. Our first move should be to meet up with him.
I hear that Dong Zhuo is more like a wolf in sheep's clothing. Master Sun Jian, we should be cautious when dealing with him.
Haha! Thanks for looking out for me, Cheng Pu. Okay, it's time to go. Huang Gai, raise the call to march!
At once, my lord. Everybody, prepare to march in the name of the Sun family of Shandong. Our claws and fangs are gonna rip the enemy to shreds!
Master Sun Jian said we have what it takes to win this battle. However, where does he find the confidence to make such a claim? I remember he felt the same way when I joined his army. He was kind and generous, and he believed in me. Therefore, I shouldn't doubt him. I shall repay his trust in me and follow him into battle. I can't let Huang Gai, Hang Dang, and the others steal the glory. I'll be the one to claim Zhang Zhao's head.
All right. Gotta repel the yellow turbans.
My lord, look there. A gang of yellow turban rebels lies before us.
This should be a good workout before the main battle.
What's our special?
Let's go! We
Okay.
must eliminate every last one of the enemy.
Cool.
yellow turbans, and heaven will strike you down like this.
Heaven will strike you down like this. The whole checking it out is just going to be you making that face. We may not even be able to do a checking it out because of the sync issues.
You'll have to deal with my quick feet and my strong arms. Let me set an example. Here's a lesson for you.
Let me set an example. Oh man. Oh, Changpu, you are a gold mine. There have been a lot of bad lines. That might take the case. The case.
I've gotta get out of here. Fast.
Alright. Alright. Maybe there are some good laughs to be had. Let me set an example.
These must be the forces led by Dong Zhuo. We must go and pay our respects to him.
Huh? Who are you people?
I am Sun Jiang. I have brought 1,000 men to join the fight against the Yellow Turbans.
You're the one who has the nerve to call himself the Tiger of Jiangdong. You just stay out of the way, all right?
Actually, we were hoping to fight along the front lines.
Actually?
That will not be necessary. You're free to observe if you wish.
Backseat Bossman.
Why would we want to do that? What are you, a bunch of imbeciles? Don't you get it? The Yellow Turbans have a vast army. There's no way we can beat them with
The thing is, it's funny for a while, but then it just gets to a point where your ears can't take it anymore. Like, you just don't... The laugh, the joy is gone. And it's just bad.
The court realizes that and gives us the men we need. I am happy to sit here and waste time.
And if the court doesn't realize that?
We will cross that bridge when we come to it. But if you really want to fight, I won't stop you. Feel free to take out a few peasants. Just make sure not to get in my way.
This is like Dragon Ball game.
I understand. For the time being, we shall deal with the rebels along the periphery.
Hey Ben, I really enjoyed Fire Emblem Warriors and Hyrule Warriors. Is this a good place to start for the main series? Well, I'm not incredibly experienced, or really very much experienced. Like, I've played a little bit of Dynasty Warriors, but I can tell you that this game seems bad. People who are more knowledgeable in chat were recommending Dynasty Warriors 8 Extreme Legends Complete as a much, much, much better game, and I believe them. I wouldn't play this if I were you. I don't think this is worth $60. Is this better than .hack? Definitely not. No. Alright, we can keep playing as Changpu. But I honestly don't know what else there is to show. We've kind of covered a lot of the basics. I do have an idea. I have a proposal for you, chat. I could switch it over to one of two games. I have my Switch right next to me. I could switch it over to Dragon Quest Builders, or I can switch it over to The Longest 5 Minutes. The Longest 5 Minutes is this cool little JRPG where you are at the final battle and you forget everything. And so within the span of 5 minutes, you go through all these flashbacks to get your memories back so you can actually defeat the Longest 5 Minutes. Longest 5 Minutes? Longest 5 Minutes? Okay, that seems to be unanimous. Alright, cool. I played a little bit of The Longest 5 Minutes at the NIS offices, but I haven't played the full release yet, so we'll do that. Give me like 30 seconds to switch over. Thank you for laughing at and enduring Dynasty Warriors 9 for me with me. I would not recommend this game. Don't buy this game. We'll be right back. Look at him hump, you're saying. Oh my.